talking all about growing an online business that has heart, has soul, but also makes money. Because why would we not want to maximize our efforts, everything we do, the posting, the connecting, the emailing? And look, at the end of the day, all I want to do here is provide you not just support in terms of strategic and tactical support, but also show you how things are done. I've been pretty much fully online for the last 7 years. I'm a digital marketer. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I own 4 businesses. I just added another one in the e-commerce space. And, I've basically ran all types of businesses in the wellness space since 2005. So my goal in these sessions is to help you see your potential and the steps that you have to take. And here's the thing, there's no magic recipe for anything. There's recipes, and we just have to figure out which one we like, which one works for us. And that's the weird way, right? It's actually doing less and focusing, because if not, we get lost in an ocean of I can try this and I can try this and I can do this. Somebody says sell digital products, another one says sell MMR, So what I'm here to tell you is that for now, we're going to have a very focused experience with workshops. Okay, so focused experience leading online workshops. This is going to be a new way that you can monetize your expertise. And that word monetize, I really want to highlight as something very powerful, because as wellness entrepreneurs, we sometimes look at sales as the latter part of our business, as the least important part of our business, and we go deep into more studying, we go deep into more experiences, we focus so much on the thinking about it and the self-care. And I'm here to tell you, yes, that's important, and don't get stuck in this very heady 6th, 7th chakra living, right? We got to stay into our third power, into our third chakra power. This is where you're going to see a difference. This is where things are going to happen. And having that awareness on where you're operating from is going to be a game changer. So why workshops? Well, first of all, I'll tell you guys a little bit about my story if some of you don't know. 2005, I started teaching yoga, and I loved it, right? I loved teaching yoga. It was this thing that lit up inside me. And some of you can probably resonate with that. The minute you start living and doing what you love for a living, right? Earning revenue from that, things change. You become completely engulfed in the joy of it, in the growth of it, in wanting to solely dedicate your life to that. So that's what happened to me when I started teaching in 2005. 2006, I began training for acro yoga. So acro yoga was my specialty, right? It's partner yoga, it's acrobatics, it's Thai massage. So this is 2006. That's when I really focused on being an acro yoga teacher. What happened from there? That the next logical step was for me to lead classes at a park because I didn't know any better, right? So I started teaching at a park, $5 a person. It was acro yoga. It was every Saturday. I didn't, no studios really wanted to have a class. So I started leading at a park, and I would get 20, 15, 25 people. People would drive down from an hour and a half or drive up. I lived in Miami Beach at that time. And then little by little, people were like, hey, can you come do this at my studio? I was like, sure. So I started leading workshops. I created a whole gamut of workshops that I could lead. Intro to partner yoga, partner stretching, inversions, acrobatic 101, partner acrobatics 101, therapeutics. So I had about 10 workshops that I would, offer at these studios. But also what I started doing was reaching out, cold calling studios, being like, hey, is this something that you're interested in? Look at right? And this is what I'm going to show you how to do in the workshops to clients. But we're not only going to do it for in-person, we're also going to do it for online. Because the same way that you can grow and monetize your wisdom, your knowledge, all the years of effort and money that you've spent on certifications, you can do it online. And here's the great thing about online that you can't do in person. In person, you can't sell your recordings. Online, and this is what I'm going to teach you, and basically the exact thing that I'm going to give you, the template, and we're going to insert it, right? We're going to install it straight into your business. So basically you can turn an online course, like your workshop, into an online course. You can grow value and you can keep selling it over and over and over and over. This is the beauty. You can continue to monetize on that one product. That one product, right? Once we diffuse it through all our channels, that now it's so easy to do. Like I do Instagram, Facebook, I can stream into Pinterest. Like I know how to do all these things, and I'm going to show you that. You then use that as a launch pad for your higher priced offerings, your retreats, your trainings, certifications, one-on-one coaching, one-on-one teaching, mentorships, right? This is what we get to do. We get to create the springboard. And now it's so different also than leading webinars, because some of you might be like, well, I lead webinars. And look, webinars are great. I still do them. I will continue to do them. But there's a part of the webinar, and I remember when I got certified, because I'm a certified webinar provider and instructor, when I was learning how to do webinars, you know what the worst part was? Having to structure the pitch. Because the last thing I want to do as a holistic entrepreneur was focus so much on selling. Even I remember when I used to do network marketing for essential oils, and I did it for some Ayurvedic products, and I did it with my husband. And I remember I would tell my husband, I'm like, I'll teach all about the products. You focus on selling. You close the deals. You talk about the money, you talk about the opportunities, because I didn't want to do it. I just really wanted to educate people. So here's that opportunity, right? So instead of doing webinars and instead of doing these free classes, we get to focus on doing what we love, which is teaching and sharing what we know and helping the people who are there in their transformations. That's it. Now, can I teach you? Are you willing to learn how to soft pitch in a way that feels so natural, that feels not contrived, that doesn't feel salesy at the end of the day, where you don't have to do these like mega long sales pitches, these, offer stacks that everybody shows you how to do in the webinar space? Because look, at the end of the day, if you want to sell online, there's only 2 or 3 ways. You're doing webinars, you're selling digital products, or you're doing these like multi-day boot camps. That's pretty much it, other than like our organic, our email marketing, our social media, right? These are what we call conversion events, and they work. You'll see everybody does them. Everybody does them. Even my friend and my coach, who her whole thing is like grow your business through small digital products, she'll still do webinars and she'll still do paid workshops, right? Because we create a multi-tiered approach. But if you want to be really genuine and really focused on delivering value and giving so much of you without feeling the need to have to hold stuff back like we have to do in webinars, because why are we giving it all away? Or, then teach a paid workshop. And you'll win in the forefront right away, because people are actually paying you. And even if we run ads to them, which I highly suggest that we run ads. If you want to grow your business, have a marketing budget, run some ads. It could be $50. Just, don't go buy stupid stuff at the at Target for a couple of weeks. And trust me, you have a marketing budget. And I'm even going to show you how to set up your ads, how to start this machine so that you don't have to freak out over like, oh my God, because ads managers are expensive. So why don't we create this scenario for you, install my system right into your business, and then you can try it for yourself. And you can try it, the stuff that I'm going to teach you at the workshop. You'll see the link is in the comments, it's in my bio, it's in the group. The things that I get to show you in this workshop, you can implement time over time over time until you start like getting so comfortable and you like really own the building of the funnel, updating. Well, you don't even have to build the funnel. The funnel, I give it to you. Like it's already built. All you have to do is change pictures, change words, right? Tweak your titles, test, keep niching down, organizing your brand. Like we get to do all this from beginning to end. So if you have not registered, here's the whole aspect of this live and pre-recorded experience. So you get access to the 3 phases of the winning workshop method. Okay, so the winning workshop method, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, basically it's ideation, creation, and activation. From there, you get to keep all these videos. And during the bootcamp, we get to workshop everything that we're learning. So we get to create that like winning workshop title, the theme, right? Actually like sit down and get things done. So that's where I hold you accountable during those 4 days of live sessions. We'll build the funnel together. You'll optimize your funnel, you'll optimize your landing page, we'll optimize your email marketing. All the automations are already written for you, so you don't have to like write it. We just have to plug and play. And then we will create that 30-day marketing plan so that you feel confident walking out the door with your winning workshop. So take advantage. This is probably going to be one of the few times that I'm going to do these 4 days live. And then I'll be selling this as a standalone course. But like use my brain, I have 20 years experience in the online space. I've been running an online business for 7, but I've been online since 1999 because I'm a graphic designer and I worked in advertising and publishing and photography. So this whole world of online and computers and graphics, I got you. So let's work together. I can't wait to see you. If you have any questions, DM me. Like I said, even if you can't make it live, everything's going to be pre-recorded. You'll have access to the modules pretty much right away. We have some amazing bonuses that I've given you, and we also have some opportunities to work with me one-on-one or whatever it is that you're looking for. So go ahead and register, and like I said, connect with me. I can't wait to see you, and I'll see you next Monday. Yay!